Okay, we can go that way, or we can go that way, and there's barbed wire fence and the horizon. That's the city, I'm guessing. What happens if we go this way? And also, I need to save. I need to save the game. Here we go. Oh, hello, solitary inhabitant. More drums.
Dented, dirty, and in pretty bad shape. In this corner of the camp, there are drums stored everywhere you look.
Okay. Is it really a camp, though? I mean, brick building.
Although it seems shoddily and hastily built, it's surprising to see a brick-and-mortar building in the midst of all the trailers and hovels in the refugee camp. No doubt this must belong to someone important, or with very good contacts in here.
Okay, let's speak to this arsehole.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, son. Would you like to get a little closer to the fire?
Oh,
Thanks,
I love your
mister.
voice.
This is a rather isolated part of the camp. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm waiting. That's all. Just waiting.
So on the phone, it can actually function, but last Friday was the worst. There's an appointment in 2 days. Okay, you've got an appointment in 2 days. That's good. I suggest telling them about the severity of the pain. Because obviously, you know, if they know sort of, then maybe they can't make a full diagnosis. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But yeah, I hope you feel better soon, darling. You're waiting, and what is it you're waiting for exactly? It's starting to get cold. Where's your tent? So tell me, is there any way to get out of the camp? I should be going. Okay, what are you waiting for?
You're waiting. And what is it you're waiting for exactly?
Nothing in particular. The usual. For the fire to go out. For sunrise. For it to get cold again. I'm waiting for something to change. Or for everything to stay as it is. I'm just waiting. You're too young to understand.
Okay. It's starting to get cold. Where's your tent?
It's starting to get cold.
Do you live in that brick
Where's
house?
your tent? Or your trailer?
Yes, I had a tent once. They issued me one when I decided to enter the refugee camp after the Great Wave. The trailer was out of the question. They went to the families with the best contacts.
Sure.
Now you know how it is. Even in purgatory, some people are more equal than others.
That's a really good way of putting it, actually. Some people are more equal than others. I like that. So, you say that you decided to enter the camp. Does that mean people weren't forced to come here?
You say that you decided to enter the camp. Does that mean that people weren't forced to come here?
Oh, no. Of course not. Why would they have to force us? The catastrophe hit the city hard. Those of us who had lost our homes were invited to come here. In principle, it was temporary, just until the authorities got the situation under control and started rebuilding. We used to have food, water, and a place to sleep.
But now it's more like a prison camp than a refugee center. What happened?
I don't really know. I guess something went wrong. The new housing they promised us never got built. And in the end, the army ceased control of the camp.
Why?
The food ran out, and then the water supply. Nobody bothered to replace them. Seems like our lives didn't matter anymore.
I see.
In time, things in here started to get very ugly. There were riots, uprisings, and the army decided to close the gates of the camp without any notice. One day they decided that no one could enter or leave here. Well, actually, people still could. Enter, that is. Now, this is where anyone who gets in the way in the city ends up. Or anyone they don't know what to do with.
So, this has turned into something like a concentration camp.
That's right, son.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
You know, it's funny. I remember when my father told us about the war in Europe, about all the persecution, deportations, those overcrowded cattle cars. That all sounded to us like an old movie, an old horror movie. And look at us now. I guess some things never change. They just stop being visible for long enough for us to forget about them.
Wow. Yeah, the art style is gorgeous, isn't it? I'm really enjoying it. I think the art style is absolutely fucking lovely. I wasn't forced, they just put a gun to my head and told me to move. Yeah, So, where is your tent now? Was it, like, taken, stolen, damaged?
And where's your tent now?
It was stolen from me a while back. They fetch a good price on the black market now.
Stolen? But how could anyone...
With ease, I imagine.
You seem to be new in the camp, am I right? These things happen nowadays. It's best to take things as they come. The reality of the new world is very simple, son. The soldiers and the moles do whatever they like on this side of the fence. And the hunter and his men run the black market and all the dirty rackets. I suggest you memorize all this.
Oh.
I've exchanged a few words
The
with
hunter.
him, but I hardly know him. Yes. The man who protected me during all the shooting.
Yeah.
He seems like someone with good connections and some answers. Could he know anything about the drug for treating the dissolved?
Maybe.
Do you know where I can find him?
You can find him in those barracks at the back. That's his... well, let's say it's his logistics office.
Okay, then.
Now, the hunter is very dangerous. Watch your step around him and his men. I happened to meet his father when he was young. He was a violent, degenerate son of a bitch. A real asshole. And I'm afraid his son has followed in his footsteps.
I really want to get this guy's tent back. I really do. Let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about something else.
We've done that. Is there any way to get out of the camp?
So tell me, is there any way to get out of the camp?
I'm sorry, son. The only way to get out of this camp is to know someone important who can pull strings for you. Or to become a camp mole. Those traitorous scumbags have gate passes.
I see.
I'm not surprised you want to get out of this shithole. You've no doubt got something to do or someone to find out there. Well, they say things are better in the city. That there's order and that things are starting to function again. But who knows? Well, at least they have Reverend Blake and the consolation of Suicide Park.
Jesus, that's a name. I know, right? The internal monologue is so good. I really love the way it's done. What the fuck is Suicide Park?
Suicide Park? What's that?
Nah, just a song that drifts into the refugee camp from the other side of the fence now and then. And the first dark stars come out to hang from the sky. We could sit and count them together, you and I, when the sun departs from Suicide Park. I'm sure you still have some hopes, some dreams. I'm afraid you're just too young to understand it.
So who's this Reverend Blake? Because this isn't the first time I've heard about this.
Who's Reverend
guy.
Blake?
He's a preacher who sometimes comes from the city to bring us a little comfort. Now, some people make jokes about him, but many of us believe that he's a prophet. You should hear him speak sometime. His words etch themselves deeply into your soul. That's why he has so many followers inside and outside the camp.
I decided to eat a strawberry because I thought that was going to last longer, but it really didn't. This one.
And what was the extent of the Great Wave's impact? How are things beyond the city?
Truth is, I couldn't tell you. In the first days, the chaos was so overwhelming that no one worried about anything beyond their own backyard. We victims were disoriented, cut off from the world. Then I came into the camp and news from far-off places doesn't reach this prison. I'm afraid you'd have to leave here to get the answer to that question.
A 100% Ginge. Like, Reverend Blake has got fucking bad news written all over him. We've already asked him this. I should be going.
I should be going on my way. Have a pleasant wait, mister.
Okay, let's check out in here. This is where the hunter guy... Oh, it's like a bar? Oh, there he is. Regulars. Bartender.
Stain from spilled drinks, rings from glasses and rust. The bartender looks out from the other side. seemingly bored and apathetic. That's the background music for the establishment.
Yep.
The speaker is cranking out a dreary, droning country song, and it's getting on my nerves.
Country's not that bad. Okay, let's speak to him.
What are you having, pal?
Always,
Nope.
Geo.
I'm afraid I don't have any cash on me.
That's no problem here. We don't only accept cash, we also barter. We accept anything of value. That excludes checks, naturally.
But I ain't got jack shit on me. Are you the owner?
Interesting place. Are you the owner?
No, pal, don't get the wrong idea. I only work here. This belongs to the hunter, like
Oh.
every other business enterprise here inside the camp. He's the head honcho.
I see.
I saw a bunch of barrels stacked up at the entrance of the building.
I saw a bunch of barrels stacked up at the entrance to the building. Just out of curiosity, what's in them?
Nothing. Just some things that need to be stored. Take my advice,
So
pal.
not nothing
Keep
then.
your nose out of the hunter's business if you want to keep it on your face.
Okay, it was just curiosity.
Nothing, but just something. So fucking not nothing then. What do you
What
sell?
do you sell here?
Anything you can eat or drink. Anything that fits into a box or a bottle. For other types of goods, talk to the hunter directly. What do you need? Liquor, tobacco, food?
At the moment, I don't need anything like that, but I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm not really interested in buying anything.
What about the regulars?
Cheerful patrons of the bar. I suppose the gray substance one of them is sipping is liquor, but I can't tell what kind. I don't think he can either.
Ah. Okay.
Someone went to all the trouble of taking the hood off an old Corvette and dragging it in here, just to turn it into a tacky bar table.
I think it's a great bar table. Shut up.
Mike, my friend, it's nice to see you again.
Hi.
Guys,
Hello.
this is my friend Mike. He's new around here. We met at one of the cleanup brigade's latest parties. Isn't that right, dude? Pull up a seat and have a drink. We like to be hospitable to newcomers.
Oh, he's being
Something
too
tells
nice.
me I shouldn't accept that drink. That it's not a good idea. Not anymore. No thanks. I don't drink.
Okay, Mike, whatever you say. But I'm not accustomed to people turning down a drink. At least, not in my own establishment, in front of my men. So tell me, what brings you here?
Hey, sorry. Yes, my new camera should be here on Monday. So a week yesterday. And then you'll be able to see my face again. In the meantime, MS Paint Me's just hanging out. A friend of mine is in a bad way. I need to know if there's a drug that can help. Tell me, why do they call you the hunter?
Why do they call you the hunter?
Let's find
That's a
out
good
about
question,
him.
Mike. You know my real name is Hank, but
Hank.
no one calls me that anymore. Now I'm the hunter, because I can find you what you want, when you want it. You know, it doesn't matter where it is, how fast it runs, or where it tries to hide. The new world gave me a new name and a new life.
A new life.
Wonder what he used to do.
A new life. It's hard to explain, dude. But I think in a way, you and I are similar, Mike. That's why I like you. Let me explain it to you. It was the Great Wave. The Great Wave that changed and purified everything. The old world was a messy, complicated, and unjust place. After the Great Wave, everything became crystal clear. When all the old laws disappeared, only one rule remained. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's that simple. And that's the universal law that puts each of us in our rightful place. Do you follow me?
You gotta do what you gotta do. Sounds like a handy way to justify anything and everything.
It does.
Even the indefensible. Yes, Hank. I follow you perfectly.
I knew it. I knew you'd get it straight off, Mike. But don't call me Hank. I told you, that guy died in the Great Wave.
That guy scratching his asshole just in the back there. Okay, so can you help?
A friend of mine is in a bad way. I need to know if there's a drug that can help the dissolved, and how to get it.
A friend of yours, huh? Friendship is important, Mike. The camp is a very tough place, and you have to be loyal to your people. I like your gesture. Do I know this person?
No. I don't think so.
I see.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, look, dude, I've heard something about that cure, but I don't know if it's true or just a camp legend. Sometimes desperation leads to wishful thinking. You know how it is. But if that drug exists, I can think of only one place you'll be able to find it.
Where?
There's a small medical center on the outskirts of the city. It's more like a pharmaceutical warehouse, but it's heavily guarded. I
Okay.
bet my bottom dollar that's where they keep anything that valuable. Maybe you should take a look at that building, if you can find a way out of this hellhole, that is. And I can't help you with that. You know I like you, dude. Let me give you a piece of advice. Stay away from those untouchables. From the dissolved. They won't bring you anything but trouble.
Say dude again. What more can you tell me about the
What
dissolved?
more can you tell me about the dissolved?
Only what the authorities say. And that's all I need to know. The disease is fatal. And they say you can catch it just by breathing next to one of those untouchables. That's why they have to get rid of them as soon as possible. Have you ever seen one of those poor suckers die, dude?
No.
I haven't.
Well, you're lucky, Mike. I don't recommend it. It's a horrible spectacle. It goes something like this. After weeks of drifting in and out of their trances, something happens inside their bodies. Something fails all of a sudden. The pain makes them kick and scream like pigs in a slaughterhouse. Then their flesh begins to melt, to become liquid.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand, Mike? That's why they gave it that name. They literally dissolve.
But that's terrible.
Oh, wow.
Those poor people.
On the contrary, dude, those bastards spread the plague. It's them or us. Understand? Anyway, you know how it works. The cleanup brigades tend to be more than generous with responsible citizens who help them with their mission of tracking down the dissolved.
Dude. Say dude again. Jesus Christ, that's some imagery though, isn't it? Yeah, Ginge, dude. And can't you get hold of some of that drug for me?
And can't you get hold of some of that drug for me?
I don't get mixed up in things like that, dude.
Dude.
The army has made it very clear. Helping or hiding the dissolved will be severely punished. Not even collaborators are free from reprisals. You saw what happened to that mole. Those pigs are ruthless about this.
What are you talking about? Those pigs.
That's camp slang.
The cleanup crew.
Soldiers, the cleanup brigades. The inhabitants of this shithole call anyone with a rifle and a uniform a pig. They can blow your head off right on the spot with impunity.
Bo! Hello, my darling. How are you? How have you been? How you doing? How's your day going? Okay, I should be going.
I should be going now.
Fine, Mike. You're welcome anytime. Remember, dude, we can get you whatever you need. No questions asked.
Dude. Feeling a bit bleh today in general, but I'm fine. How are you? I'm good. I'm doing real good, thank you, Bo. I'm enjoying this game so far. Like, the post-apocalyptic setting and the art style is really, really gorgeous. I'm enjoying it, you know? And, I slept. I did some sleep. I did some good sleep. I had a really weird dream last night, though, Bo. I dreamt I was in a real-life Dead by Daylight scenario. Like, I had a dream last night that, someone had invented a Dead by Daylight, like, physical game that you could play with other people. And you would, like, go into this, like, maze house type thing. And you would choose your perks before you went in. So basically, before you went in, you would choose your survivor and you would choose the perks. And that would, like, define sort of actions that you could do in the game. It was kind of like LARP, like live action roleplay, but with D&D instead. No, not D&D, D by D, Dead by Daylight. And there were like generators scattered around like this large interior, and you had to like hold down a button for a period of time to like repair it, quote unquote.
Oh no, here comes that sensation again. It's like floating in a dense liquid.
No!
While everything around me is transformed.
Oh. Oh.
Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
And, like, the killer was another player, and they would come and, like, effectively get you. And I dreamt I was playing against the Legion, so it was literally someone cosplaying as Legion, just hunting around for these people. And if they found you and they got 2 hits in, they had to, like, fireman carry you over their shoulder and put you on a hook, which was basically like it didn't hurt or anything. It was like just some kind of like suspension system.
Oh no. It's starting again.
I know.
It's amazing. Everything's changing. Everything.
I'm telling about my dream.
Everything is mutating, and I haven't even moved. I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
But it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. You dreamt that you were invited to a celebration dinner, but they didn't let me in because I wasn't dressed fancy enough and I had to wait outside. What? That's a shame. Look at this ice cream van. Okay.
A thick wall of scrap metal, debris, and rusty metal surrounds this place on all 4 sides. It's a good 20 feet high. I can't believe it manages to stay up.
Wow. I really do love the art style of this game, though. It's absolutely gorgeous.
An enormous rusty tank designed to collect rainwater. Everything indicates that the Great Wave wiped out the concept of running water in one fell swoop, at least on this side of the fence. The wreck of an old ice cream truck. I don't reckon it's going anywhere without its wheels. It looks like the enormous skeleton of a beached whale.
Wow, that's some really cool imagery, actually. Girl in white.
She's a very young woman, practically a girl. She's playing by herself with some junk she found among the scrap metal and trash.
Okay. Poker players.
2 guys entertaining themselves by playing poker. I suppose time passes very slowly in here. Even though there are only a few coins on the table, the game seems very intense. I'm afraid neither of them likes losing a hand.
It was kind of like a Dead by Daylight escape room. It was like if an escape room had a baby with Dead by Daylight, that's what my dream was, essentially. Like, you would pay to go in, and all this shit would happen, and then you would try and survive. And if you survived at the end, you would get a prize. That was literally it. What's your idea, Ginge? No one told you that you had to dress fancy? Well, that is just rude. They didn't tell you that you would have to dress fancy for a celebration dinner. What is this world coming to? Let's talk to this girl.
Hello, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Hi.
What did you call me?
You're Mr. Sleepyhead. I saw you sleeping in Colin's trailer. I'm so glad you're awake now.
It's about the game. Like, not a spoiler though, right? I don't know. Surely not. Surely not. What is it? What's your idea? Oh, do you mean like the concept? What's your idea? Is it like a concept? I wasn't asleep. I was sick for a long time in the trailer. Mr. Sleepyhead? No, that's not. Okay, let's start by telling her my name.
Mr. Sleepyhead? No, that's not my name. I'm Michael.
No, you're just trying to fool me. You're Mr. Sleepyhead. My name is Rose.
There's something odd about this girl's behavior.
There is.
It's true that she's very young, but she talks like a little girl. Nice to meet you, Rose.
Yeah, she talks like a child. I will spoil the game for you, Vix. You need to talk to people. No! Oh, I hate it. Oh, an idea of how to get to your objective. I think I need to go through that front gate in a little bit. But sure, what's your idea, Ginge? Do you know Rod and Colin too?
So, do you know Rod and Colin too?
Of course. I go over to their house a lot.
Ah.
Well, when they let me out of the van, that is.
Wait.
Rod and his wife have been very nice to me. Sometimes they let me play with Colin. We're very good friends. Are you a friend of Rod's and Colin's too, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Yes, I'm friends with them too.
Okay.
I wasn't asleep. I was sick for a long time in that trailer.
No, you weren't sick. You were sleeping. Like a big brown bear, Sir Sleepyhead. Sometimes I used to watch you sleeping in Rod's house, and you would grunt in your sleep like a bear.
That's a little
great
creepy kid.
Big lazy bear, Mr. Sleepyhead. But I'm glad you're awake now. I like your voice. You sound like a knight in a fairy tale. Do you want me to tell you a secret, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Always.
Of course.
I have your old clothes. The ones you were wearing when Rod and his wife found you.
Why do you
I
have
them in the
them?
van. They were going to throw them away, but they gave them to me to wrap my baby in.
That's creepy.
It'll be cold now that winter's coming.
Your baby? You have a baby, Rose?
I bet it's a doll.
Yes, I have a baby, but he's not with me right now. He got lost. Have you seen him? Do you know where he is? I have another secret to tell you, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Back in the van, Rose. Now. Move your ass. Get in there.
Another secret? Just a minute. Wait!
Get in that van, Rose.
It's a very important secret, Mr. Sleepyhead. Something about you. Something about before the Great Wave. But first I have to find my baby. Have you seen him?
Come on, Rose, you heard me. You don't want to get us mad now, do you?
I have to go. Goodbye, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Poor girl. She's obviously mentally ill. She's just a little girl in a grown-up's body.
And you, if you want to go in there with her, you got to pay like everybody else.
If you want to... Wait, what? Wait, what did he just say? If you want to go in there with her, you got to pay like everyone else? Is that what he just said? Wait, what? Rose knows a secret about me from before the Great Wave. How could she have that information, and what could it consist of? What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? Is that what they just said? That's what they just said, right? Wow. Oh yeah, Ginge, no, I assumed I wasn't going to be allowed through the gate, don't worry. Oh my. For my sound alert, do I do see you later fuckers or sploosh? I like see you later fuckers. Personally.
Hey, you guys. You talking to us?
I feel like it's more applicable. Like, you can use it in more situations. Let me in the van. I want to talk to Rose for a few minutes.
Let me into the van. I just want to talk to Rose for a few minutes.
Of course, it's none of our business what you want to do with her. But if you go into the van, you gotta pay the price.
Whoa.
Got any money on you?
No.
Whoa.
I don't have any on me.
Then come back when you do and quit bothering us.
Wow.
We have a very busy schedule, you know?
The girl said something about a secret involving me. Something from before the Great Wave. It seemed important. But what is it? Maybe it was a product of her madness. But I need to talk to her inside that van to get some answers. I'll come back with the money.
Now that sounds much better. I see that we're starting to speak the same language.
Oh, that poor girl. That poor girl.